Most likely you've heard of or are even using Monday.com for project and task management. But what about for managing your sales process, contacts, leads, tickets, and other customer relationship management activities? Well, Monday is not just a leading and visual pioneer in project management, but also a CRM solution for small businesses looking for an all-in-one work management platform. And today I'm going to show you how you can use Monday.com as a CRM for your small business. Okay, so before we go ahead and launch into this Monday.com CRM tutorial, consider subscribing if you haven't done so already or if you're new to this channel, and that way you'll stay updated with actionable videos and tutorials designed to equip you with the skills, knowledge, and tools to help your small business thrive online. And with that happy note out the way, let's go ahead and use Monday.com as a CRM for your small business. Okay, so to get started with Monday.com as a CRM, what you want to do is head over to your browser and type in monday.com/CRM, and that's going to take you here. And what we're going to do first is navigate up to pricing. And if we take a brief look at Monday's pricing for their CRM, you can see they offer a basic CRM for $10 per user per month. Then a standard CRM, which is the most popular, at $14 per user per month, and then the Pro CRM at $24 per user per month. They also offer a custom enterprise plan for larger organizations. Now, to get the most out of Monday's CRM, the standard plan is sufficient enough for most businesses. The main reason is you get all the tools and features that the basic CRM has to offer, as well as custom CRM automations and custom CRM integrations, and you get 250 actions per month for both these features. And these features are important if you want to create an integrated and seamless CRM platform. And we'll talk more about these features later on in this tutorial. Okay, so if it's your first time using Monday, what you want to do is navigate up to Try for Free or navigate up to Get Started, and you'll get started on a 14-day free trial, meaning that you have time to play around with Monday to see if this CRM is suitable for your organization. Okay, now for those that already have a Monday account, maybe you're using Monday.com as a project management solution, then what we'll do is meet you inside your account. And again, if it's your first time using Monday, simply go ahead and get started for free and simply answer a few basic questions about your business, and then you'll be taken inside Monday. Okay, so I've gone ahead and created a fresh Monday Sales CRM account. Now, like I mentioned at the beginning of this tutorial, if you're already using Monday.com as a project management solution and you want to add this CRM solution to your account, all you need to do is simply navigate up to the top left-hand corner, click here, and then come down and click on Explore More Products, and then add the Sales CRM. Okay, so what I'm going to do is come down here, and then quickly navigate up to my account settings. And there's just a few things that I want to mention in terms of setting up your account. First, if we navigate over to My Profile, this is where you can add your personal and business information to your account. Then if we navigate down to Change Theme, you can change the theme of your account if you like, from light, which we currently have, to dark, or you can choose night. So I'm going to navigate up to my account again, and then navigate down to Change Theme, and I'm going to click on light. Okay, so if we navigate back up to our account, again, you can change your theme at any stage. Now, if we navigate over to email settings, this is where we want to set up our emails. Now, with a CRM, customer relationship management software, you want to be able to enhance your communication with your contacts, leads, and your customers. Now, the foundation to a CRM, customer relationship management software, stems from building on the relationships with your contacts. The whole idea of a CRM is to optimize your customer's journey. And the key to this is communication. So what you want to do is go ahead and connect your email. Simply click here, navigate down to Account, and then add your email accounts. And you also want to take the time to set up these options like adding your email signature and email branding. Okay, so what we're going to do is exit out of this and navigate back over to our account settings, and then navigate down to Teams. This is where you can manage your teams. Now, what we can also do is click out of here and navigate up to invite members, and we can navigate down and we can invite other members to join us on our CRM. Okay, so I'm going to exit out of this for now. If we navigate back up to the top, we also have our inbox. If we click on inbox, this is where you can see all the different updates from your boards. Okay, so I'm going to exit out of that and then navigate over to notifications here, and this is where you can see all your notifications. You can also navigate over here and you can add additional apps to your CRM platform, to your Monday platform, and you can also search for anything within your account. Now let's talk about the structure and layout of our Monday account. Now if we navigate over to the far left hand side, you can see that we have the CRM selected. If we click on this drop down, what we can do is navigate down and add a workspace. Now think about the workspace as a department in your business or a different segment in your business. A workspace is great to manage the different areas, departments, segments within your business. So at the moment we only have one workspace, and that is our CRM. For example, if we wanted to manage projects within our Monday account also, then what we can do is come down and click on Add Workspace, and I could navigate over here and add a new workspace called Project Management or even Client Projects, and this could be a workspace where I just manage all my different client projects. Okay, so what I'm going to do is exit out of this because we want to focus on the CRM, this one workspace today. Now within your workspace, and in our case our CRM workspace, we have these boards, documents and dashboards. So what we can do is navigate up to this plus icon here, and we can come down and we can create a new board. Now think about boards as projects, or in our case different components to our CRM. So as you can see, we have a leads board, a deals board, contacts board and an accounts board, as well as activities. So these are a board structure. Now we can also navigate down and we can create a new document, and this is where you can collaborate with your team on specific documents. Below that we have a new dashboard, which we're going to talk more about later on, and then we can import data. Down here we can access apps, and then down here we can create a new form and then a new folder. And we'll talk more about each of these different elements later on in this tutorial. However, what we want to do is create a folder, and a folder is great for managing all your different boards, documents, dashboards and more. For example, I could name this new folder Documents. However, depending on what you want to manage within your folder, you can name this anything that you like. Then what I can do is navigate up here and click on these three dots. And then I have these basic options here. What I want to do is create something within this folder. I'm going to navigate down and click on New Doc. This could be anything. For example, this could be our meeting notes. I can choose the privacy to be main, visible to everyone in my account, private to me, or shareable. I'm going to come down and click on Create Doc. And as you can see, this is a document that I can collaborate on with my team. I have basic formatting options up here, and I can come down and start creating my document. I also have these quick starters. For example, if I go ahead and click on Meeting Notes, that's going to add a structure to my document. So I'm going to leave that as it is for now, and then navigate back over to Leads. This is a different board. And if I come down, you can see with the folder that I just created, within this folder, we have meeting notes. And again, you can manage anything inside your folders. Now, just quickly before I get back to this video, I just want to mention my all-in-one digital playbook that you guys might be interested in, called Go Digital Now, the Ultimate Small Business Playbook. This dynamic book took me a year to create and is ideal for small business owners, new and existing, that are looking for a clear-cut digital roadmap for setting up the right tools, systems, activities, and strategies so that you can absolutely dominate online. I will add a link in the description below this video if you want to learn more about Go Digital Now. Okay, so with that out the way, let's go ahead and get back to this video. Okay, so to quickly summarize the structure of Monday, we first have the CRM. This is our workspace. Within the workspace, we have folders that we can manage our boards, documents, as well as dashboards, and then other elements. Then within our boards, we have groups. So as you can see, this is a group here. If I click on this board here, deals, we have 2 groups, active deals and closed one for deals. Then if I come down to contacts, this is another board, and you can see we have 1 group here. Then within groups, we have items and sub-items. So as you can see, this is an item here, or in our case, this is a record because this is our contacts board. Then if I navigate up to leads, again, we have items down here or records. Now what we can also do is within our different boards and within these groups, so for example with leads, if I navigate across, you can see these are all different columns that we can customize the way that we like. If we navigate over to add column, I can come down and add any of these different column items, or I can navigate down to more columns if I can't find the item, the column that I want to add. And then I have the option to search for a specific column type, or I can simply browse through these different columns down here. Let's say, for example, I wanted to add the checkbox column to this board. All I would do is go ahead and click on Add to Board. And then if I navigate up here, you can see that I have a checkbox. I can change the name of this column if I want. I can click here. Again, with each of these different column types, we can rename the columns, and we can also customize the columns slightly if we like. So essentially everything inside Monday is completely customizable, and this makes it ideal as a CRM because every organization, every business, every industry is different, and therefore you want to have complete control and customization freedom over the design and the way that you collect data. So again, you have all these different options when customizing each of these different columns. Okay, so if I click out of here, again, as you can see, we're on leads. If I come down and click on one of these records, or in our case, because this is under our leads board, this record, if I click here, we can open up that record, that item. And an overview of your different items will be generated. Now, in our case, this is a record, this is a deal. So we have this activity option here. We can add an activity, we can send an email, and you can see all the different activity related to this record. If we navigate over to the far right hand side, we can add the relevant information to the columns down here as well. Now if we navigate up to the left hand side, we have updates, and this is where you can update your team about progress, you can attach files, and you can notify a specific team member. So think about this as a place where you can keep all relevant conversations about this item within one interface. Okay, so what we can do is navigate over to more, and we can also view the activity log. Now if we navigate over to these three dots here, we can also edit the layout and content, as well as these other basic options down here. And remember, each of your items within each of your different boards, you can customize them the way that you like. Okay, so I'm going to exit out of this and then navigate over to the left hand side, and what I want to do is drag this board above leads. Then I want to click on the accounts board and drag that above leads also, to rearrange how these items display. Now let's go ahead and click on contacts. Okay, so now that we understand the structure of Monday.com as a CRM, we now want to dive into CRM related activities inside Monday. As you can see, we're currently in the contacts board. This is where we can manage all our contacts. As you can see, this is our group name here. This is our group primary contacts, and within this group we have all our different contacts, our different records. Now there are 4 primary ways for adding contacts to your CRM. The first is manually, the second is importing, the third is through forms, and the fourth is through integrations. Okay, so first, how can you add contacts manually? Simply navigate up to new contact, and that's going to add a new item, a new record or contact, and you can go ahead and add the name, and then navigate through the different columns to add the information that is relevant. This new contact is a qualified lead. I'm going to navigate over to accounts, and I can create or choose an account that's associated with this contact. I'm going to go ahead and type in a new account, and for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm just going to add this example account and then come down and click on add. And as you can see, that new account has been added. Now if I navigate over to accounts on the left hand side, this is our accounts board. You can see that automatically we now have a new account that's been added to this board. Okay, so what I'm going to do is head back to contacts and navigate over to deals. Now this contact is a qualified lead, so I'm going to add a new deal. And for the purpose of this tutorial, this deal is going to be a web design project. So I'm going to add web design deal and then come down and add this new deal. And as you can see, that new deal has been added. Now, if I navigate over to the left hand side and click on deals, which is our sales process, our sales pipeline board, you can see that the new deal that we just created, web design deal, has been added to the active deals group as a new deal. Okay, so I'm going to head back to contacts. And then what I would do is take the time to fill out these other columns. I'm going to add the deals value over here, and that's going to be 10K, and I'm happy with that. Remember, within this board, I can customize each of these different columns, or I can add additional columns if I like. Now, the great thing about this default CRM that was generated when we first created our Monday CRM account is that all our boards, all our different elements are already connected through automations. For example, if we click on the deals board and then navigate over to automate, you can see that we already have 7 active automations on this board. And automations can be basic through to advanced automations. For example, here's a basic automation here. When stage changes to 1, set close date to today. If we navigate down further, when an item is created, set stage to new. And then we have these other automations down here. When stage changes to 1, move item to closed 1. And automations are really easy to set up. Simply navigate up to add new automation, and then simply click on the trigger here. So when this happens, for example, if we come down to status changes from something to something else, I'm going to go ahead and click here and then navigate up to when status stage changes from new to discovery, then what will happen? Then do this. So when a stage changes from new to discovery, then I want to send an email notification to someone. I can move an item to a group. I can change the status. I can do all these different things down here. I can also search for the specific outcome up here. So what I could do is come down and click on notify, and then I can click on notify and I can create a message. I'm just going to go ahead and click on hey for now. I can then add auto populate fields from this board, but I'm going to go ahead and click on done and then navigate up to someone. And I'm just going to notify myself for now and then click on create automation. And as you can see, that new automation has been added. Now, if you want to learn more about creating automations, what I'll do is add a more advanced tutorial up above and down below in the description that will help you create your first automation inside Monday. Now, you can also navigate up to Automation Center. And here you can find template automations down here. You can search for a specific automation that you're after, and you can also navigate through the different categories. Okay, so what I'm going to do is exit out of this and then navigate back over to contacts. Okay, so I've showed you how to manually add a contact. What you can also do is navigate up to this drop down, and you can come down and you can import contacts into your CRM if you like. Now, what we can also do is navigate up to this add view, and we can come down and we can create a form. Now, a form is used to capture contacts, capture leads, capture any information that you're after. I'm going to navigate down and click on create your first form. And the great thing about Monday is you can create any type of form that you like directly inside Monday. So because we're creating a contacts form, this is going to be used to capture contacts and add them to our contacts group, our contacts board. What I would do is simply navigate up here and add a logo. I can navigate down here and I can customize this form the way that I like. So at the moment you can see that this form has all the different columns based on our group, based on our board. So I can navigate down and I can rearrange each of these different fields if I like, or if I click on it, I can come down and choose for this field to be required. I can include a condition, and I can also hide this question if I like, if I don't want to capture this information in my form. Now, there's a lot you can do with forms for capturing contacts. So what I've done is created a form tutorial that will help you create your form inside Monday so that you can capture contacts, you can capture leads, and you can capture other important data that you want to collect inside your Monday database. So go ahead and check out that Monday Forms tutorial if you want to learn more about using forms. Okay, so what I'm going to do is exit out of this and then navigate back over to the main table. Now, like I mentioned, once you've created a form, you can choose to share that form online. You can share it across your different channels. You can send it via email, or you can embed your form on your website. And when a new contact fills out that form, they will be automatically added to this board. Now, the fourth way to capture contacts is through integrations. What you can do is click on integrate, and that's going to take you to the integration center. Here you can connect any other tool that you use. For example, I use MailChimp for my email marketing activities. What I can do is click on MailChimp, and then I can simply choose an integration with MailChimp that I want to set up with this board. For example, when a contact is subscribed to this list, create an item in this group. So this would be a great way to add my contacts, the contacts that I generate through email marketing that are added to my list inside MailChimp. Then those new contacts will be automatically added as a new item to this group. So again, there's many integrations that you can connect with your different boards. And you can navigate through all the different categories, or you can search for a specific integration that you're after. Okay, so what we're going to do is exit out of integrations. And now what we want to do is navigate over to accounts. So I've showed you 4 ways that you can add contacts to your Monday account. And the same goes for accounts. If you want to add another company to your accounts board to this group here, then again, you can follow those 4 different methods. Now with each of these different boards, for example contacts, we can come down and we can add a new group if we like. If we click on accounts, again, I can come down and add a new group. Maybe I want to better manage the types of companies that I have inside my database. For example, a new group could be, let's say, local companies, and then another could be international companies. And I can choose to segment these different accounts through these 2 different groups. Remember, the great thing about Monday is you can customize anything that you like inside your different boards. Okay, so again, these are your different accounts that your contacts are associated with. Remember, we created a new account inside contacts that is associated with this contact, Sammy Smith. And the deal that's associated with this record is the web design deal. Okay, so what we're going to do is navigate over to leads. And similar to contacts and accounts, this is where you can manage all your leads within this board. Now you can choose to segment your different leads through creating a new group, and you can also add new leads through the 4 methods that I discussed earlier. And then again, you can open up each lead and you can communicate directly with that lead inside this item under overview, or you can add specific updates if you like. Again, similar to what we showed you with contacts. Okay, so what we're going to do now is navigate over to deals. And this is where we can manage our sales pipeline. Up the top we have one group, active deals, and below that we have closed won. So under active deals, this is where our deals are navigating through our sales stages, our pipeline. And you can see the stages over here. For example, if I navigate down to deal 2, I can click here and navigate down and click on 1. And you'll notice that deal 2 is now 1, and that deal will be moved down to closed. And that is an automation that has already been set up. For example, if we navigate up to automate, you can see there are 8 automations on this particular board. If we navigate down the page, you can see when stage changes to 1, move item to closed and 1. We talked about these different automations earlier on. So I'm going to exit out of this. And you can see all the different columns along here that you can customize, and you can add the specific data. For example, if we navigate over here, we have the stage over here, the stage in our sales pipeline. If we look at web design deal, which is a new deal that's added to the new stage labeled as new, we can navigate across and we can add an associated owner for this deal. I'm going to add myself. We have the value of this deal, 10,000 here. Again, you can rename this if you like, you can customize this column if you like. And then if we navigate across, we have contacts. So the contact owner is Sammy Smith, the account, the associated company is King's Roofing Supplies. We can select the priority here, add the deal length, expected close date, close probability, forecast value, and more across here. Again, we can navigate down and we can add another group if we like. This could be closed lost. So I'm going to add that in here, and I'm going to change the color to red. So we have our current active deals that are moving through our sales pipeline, that are moving through our sales stages, and then down here we have all our closed deals and lost deals. And for example, if we navigate up here, and let's say for example this deal here becomes lost. If I click on lost, at the moment nothing happens, but if I navigate up to automate and then click on new automation, I'm going to navigate over to when this happens, status changes to something, and I'm going to click status and then stage and then click on something, and I'm going to come down and click on lost. Then do this. What do I want to happen? I want to move this item to group, and I'm going to click on group and then come down and click on closed lost. This is the new group that I just created, and I'm going to go ahead and click on create automation and then exit out of this and view our automation. So at the moment we have lost here. I'm going to go ahead and change that to new and then change that to lost again and see if the automation works. And as you can see, that deal has now been lost, and so that deal has been added to this group closed lost. That's another example of how you can use automations to set up your own boards. Okay, so below deals we have activities, and this is where you can manage all your different activities. Now all your activities will appear here if you create any activity within a record. For example, if I navigate up to contact and then click on this contact here and then click on add activity, I can come down and click on meeting, and I'm just going to type in test and then come down and click on add. As you can see, we now have one activity for this contact. I'm going to navigate up to exit and then navigate back over to activities. And as you can see, that activity has been added under activities. So this is where you can manage all the different activities with all your different records, all your different items. Next, what we're going to do is navigate over to get started. This is just a useful resource that you can take advantage of to learn more about Monday's CRM. Now what I'm going to do is actually drag this get started and place that under documents. Okay, next what we're going to do is click on Sales Dashboard. Now you can create your own sales dashboard if you like by navigating up here and clicking New Dashboard. This is the dashboard that's been created by default. Now the great thing about the dashboard is it's already connected with your other boards. For example, we have active deals, forecasted revenue, average value of 1 deals, and you can see that's the average over here. We can click drop down and we can choose the unit and we can choose the function. So this is the average, so average is selected. That's 105, 500. If we navigate over to deals, you can see the deal value over here for each of these two items, and you can see the sum is 211,000. But the average is the number that is generated within the sales dashboard up here. You can see the actual revenue, which was the 211,000 figure, and that is the sum. Now with each of these different widgets, you can navigate up to more options. You can view full screen, you can click on settings, and you can choose which columns you want to include. At the moment we have deal value included. We can also navigate down the page and see more settings options. These are the different metrics we want to use. Then we have the boards that are selected. We have the deals board selected. We're taking information, data from deals, and those are being added to this widget. Then below that we have choose groups, and this is the actual revenue, so closed one has been selected. Okay, so I'm going to exit out of that. You can do that with each of these different widgets. You can see we have a funnel chart down here. We have a sales pipeline, pie graph over here, goals, forecasted revenue by stage, and remember these are all the figures that are in our deals. So most of these widgets are connected to our deals board and the different columns associated with the specific data that we want to pull into our dashboard. Now if we navigate back up to the top, we can click on view, and that's just going to show us a view. If we click on edit again, we're going to go ahead and add a new widget. I can choose the type of widget that I want to create. I'm going to go ahead and click on chart. And this chart will be automatically added. I can rename this widget, this chart if I like. I can navigate over to options, come down to settings, and then change the chart type. I'm happy with this pie. Then if I navigate down, we have labels, values, more settings, boards, and choose groups. I'm going to leave this for now and navigate up here and click exit. So there's lots you can do. You can also delete each of these widgets, or you can click on the widget and you can drag that and place that somewhere else. Now you can also navigate up to these three dots on the right hand side, and you can click on present mode, and you can turn this into a presentation. And you can also navigate down and you can export to PDF. So if you want to export this data and share it with your team, you can go ahead and do that here. However, that is everything that I wanted to cover in this Monday CRM tutorial for beginners, helping you get started with Monday's CRM. And there we have it, guys. That is how you can use Monday as a CRM for your small business. Now, if you have any questions about this tutorial, make sure to pop them down below. And with that said, thank you so much for watching this Monday tutorial all the way through to the end. If you got value, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to this channel. And that way, I'll see you in the next video. Take care, everyone.